if you understand what I'm sharing in regards to that nature is endowing you with power, and you are technically, whether you accept it or not, except this is still what's going on, a servant of nature. She's the one who's given you your life. So if she wants you to proliferate, she will also provide the appropriate mate to do that. Now, this is hard for your average person to understand because they live in such a small world where their I is the end-all and be-all, yet their little I is going to die in a matter of a couple of minutes. It's ridiculous. But it seems like it's a novel way to look at things when it's the most basic. So as you see, I haven't spoken about God or theology or religion, or dare I even said spirituality. I just spoke about basic understanding of how the world works, how your biology works, and I've tied it to something by its very nature. It doesn't matter where it starts, whether you believe in a Big Bang, it's irrelevant. It starts somewhere, and whatever that somewhere is greater than you. And there's an unbroken chain that connects you to it somehow, some way. It lives literally inside of you. Now you can understand that, but you don't have access to it. Why not? You have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying, isn't that odd? Where'd that connection, which is it's your nature, where'd that connection go? You're numb, that's what I'm trying to say. And I can explain numbness to you, which I'm not going to do right now, and I have in previous videos, but you're literally numb. You are fucking numb. So you don't feel yourself. You don't feel others. And you live in a little world that you've constructed. It's your own personal metaverse, which is sponsored by all the corporations that want you to remain weak, powerless, and a consumer. And you consider that the height of manhood. Isn't it odd? You're a man because you can get pussy. Yeah, but what's the pussy you're getting? It's a slut. You're the first ones to say she's a hoe. In the songs you listen to, she's a hoe. So you got pussy from a slut. Yeah, but everybody gets pussy from a slut. No, she selected me. Yeah, great. So the slut selected only the 20% top tier men. Yeah, but you just said she's a slut. Yeah, she's going to select the 20. You just said she's a slut. What's the whether you get pussy or not, what does it change? Look at what you're getting. So I don't know how that proves anything, and I don't understand how you confuse that with manhood. And deep down inside, you know that this is a load of shit. If you spend a little bit of time with that woman, you know that you're unable to stabilize her. If you pay attention and you're not drunk, right? Because most of you consume alcohol or some form of drugs to have intercourse. To have intimacy, like to actually be with a person, you wouldn't be able to, mostly because it's not even an attraction. Besides, you want to grab her tits because you're aroused by TV tits. So, what's amazing about getting a slut? So, all of what I'm trying to say is, it's your job as a man to re-examine your understanding of manhood, and you can only do this by being honest with yourself and see how you feel. Like I said, if it works for you, congratulations. You keep on going, you keep on doing what you got to do. If it doesn't work, then you have to stop and think. There must be more. There must be more to this mundane existence than things that can't satisfy me and superficial relationships with men and women. This feeling that I have, this emptiness, that my life is meaningless. I'm floating. Unless corporate America tells me what my goal is, I'm an idiot, they need to put a carrot in front of me, I don't walk. And now even that doesn't work anymore. It works for some people. Most, they're just like despondent. Isn't that odd? There's no internal motor. Well, where does that internal motor come from? From your mind? Does a seed have a mind in the way you and me understand it, telling it you should become good and great? It's in it. It's the seed. The very seed is. seeking to become what it is. And it will adapt to the circumstances in which it is. Do you think that seed is saying, I want to be the straightest tree that has ever existed? No fucking tree cares if it's straight or not. All trees are fantastic. Aren't they? Especially the crooked ones. But fucking look at this guy. No tree is like, I want to be the straightest tree that's ever existed. No, all it wants is to express what it's made of. That's it. And it has its place in the forest, doesn't it? And it lives in the community of other trees. And like I said in another video, well, the straight tree highlights all the other trees. The straightest, biggest tree highlights all the other trees. It also gets the attention. But because of it, it's like, look at that one. Look at that one. Damn, look at that one. Huh? So the straightest, biggest tree highlights the nuances with all the other ones. Now, the straightest, biggest tree is the straightest, biggest tree. It's awesome. Yeah, respect to the awesome tree. But you know what else is awesome? That little fucking dude over there. Look at this fucking dude, like, just there. And that one over there. Back to the straight tree. Nature teaches you, if you care to observe, calmly and with a sober mind, observe and watch and study. Well, currently, if you have the opportunity to be able to attract a mate, you're selecting her based on appearance or emotional connection. But what does an emotional connection have to do with you? You have emotional deficiencies, and you're looking for her to complement your emotional deficiencies. And if she can be pretty, then you're happy. But you're not necessarily looking at it from a more profound level, which is a business transaction. Well, I'm supposed to provide this, and you're supposed to provide that. And who's in charge? It's the dharma, or nature power. When you're both in service. Now, your average person lives at the surface, and they don't know what's motivating them. Unconscious movements, fears, insecurities, self-loathing, guilt, all of this stuff that's motivating their actions with, of course, how can I create a facade so that the world outside thinks I'm successful and then gives things to me? It's a survival mechanism in a way, which I understand. I have nothing against the survival mechanism. What I'm trying to tell you is, like, does the survival mechanism satisfy the man? We already know the answer. All of this for pussy that's not yours. I thought you were smart.